Welcome back to Digibros, bitches. Now in 720p. I literally just went and clicked over and made it 720p because I did forget to do that. So now it should be 720p. Wow, it'll be so high res.
Wow.
Digibros is crossing new boundaries. It's going into new territories.
And it will only take us 4 hours to upload this video instead of 2.
Yeah, exactly. See, now I'll just put the batch on. We put it on in the morning. We fucking wait till I switch back over to the TV to make sure I was recording again, just because I get nervous about that. That's why I stopped moving.
Behind the scenes.
But we'll just, we'll dump the batch all at once. Wait 12 hours. Hope my computer doesn't randomly decide to update or shut down or something and interrupt the uploads and then make them all release public and then fucking ruin everything.
Bonus.
It'll be okay, but they'll be in 720p.
Holy
shit!
Yeah, we did this bit.
Yeah, I know. We've now done it twice.
Oh yeah, this is actually the third
episode.
time.
Yes.
This is the third time we would have done that.
I don't know why the dinosaur makes me think of Iron Man every time.
Yeah, I don't know why, but Get
Anyways,
fucked,
yeah,
buddy.
I mean the T-Rex, he sucks.
Look at his little baby arms.
He's the most generic T-Rex. Oh, and he exploded.
That's what T-Rexes do.
Yeah, he goes. Nah, but this level looks really good. When you're playing it with good color, you got flux off and everything. It looks pretty nice. It reminds me a lot of Phantasy Star Online, in a way.
The only video game, you mean?
Yeah, it's the only appropriate video game. Yeah. Oh, look at him spin. These guys look nice. They're cool.
Yeah, they got good color.
They're okay. The
Their
colors
faces
are just so fucking
stupid,
fantastic. It's so vibrant and beautiful. Whoa. I mean, I would say the colors in what's it called are better, the 3D world, but that game, it has a different look,
Yeah.
I don't want this game to look like that game.
That game is a little more pastel and muted, whereas this game goes for vibrant and very, very colorful.
Yeah. Because it's a handheld. I really think that's it. Yeah. It's meant to be a handheld experience. And so they made it, it's like the Game Boy Advance, where they made everything super vibrant and saturated because it's a handheld.
Oh, speaking of the Game Boy Advance,
Ooh.
I went back and actually watched a little bit of a Let's Play of that 101 Dalmatians game, which I actually realized was 102 Dalmatians.
Oh, great! Even
I was
worse.
wrong. Yeah, it's absolute shit.
Aww.
I watched it and I was like, oh.
I
enjoy this so much and it sucks ass.
We had played a 101 Dalmatians game on the Pico.
Yeah, Conrad commented about that. I
don't
also
remember that
looked
being
at that
my favorite game or anything.
It also looked like shit.
Yeah, but the Pico kicked ass. It was awesome.
The game didn't look good, is all I'm saying.
Yes, I'm sure it was bad. The best one
and it
was
has
one where you connect these lines on a plane. It's cool.
The Game Boy game had the absolute worst, most repetitive background music I've ever heard. It made me want to die.
Watch this. Oh!
Nice.
Excellent. Oh, Secret Stars, bitch! Victor's played this game before!
Holy shit.
We'll see what motherfuckers comment. Oh no, I didn't find it. You gotta find the fucking secret stars in all of the goddamn pipe levels, man, or all the hat door and pipe levels.
Hat door?
There's always fucking 2.
Hat door.
Yeah.
Hat
Woo!
door.
Hat door.
Hat door.
Hat the door.
Hat the door.
Hat the door.
Hat the door.
Oh, I did bad.
Yeah, I would say so.
I forgot the gimmick. Ah, fuck. Anyways, hope you got a topic.
As always, relying on me for content.
What are you talking? I held the whole last episode together. I gave you things to say out of courtesy.
Oh.
As I
Victor
held
included
shit down.
the girl in his conversation about video
Look, Hope,
games.
I'm doing the world a service by letting a girl be on my Let's Play show.
Ooh, all right. Well, my fucking
Usually,
bad
girls
dog.
on Let's Play shows suck.
I mean, I'm not an exception, but yeah.
Yeah, you are. Shut up. You're like the best fucking Let's Play girl on the planet. I'm sure most people would agree. Most people think you're even better than May. And May is fantastic as a podcast guest.
We already talked about...
that she's pretty fucking high tier internet girl personality.
We already discussed about who the best girl on YouTube is.
Is Jackie, yeah.
So we don't want to rehash that.
Yes, we're in the middle. Anyways, you're fine.
Anyway, Victor, last week there was an interruption in our usual scheduled programming of our lives. What happened last week? You were gone. Where'd you go?
I don't know. I mean, I go to the bathroom all the time.
Yeah, but normally you're only there for like 5 hours or so.
That's true.
And that's Victor if you went to Olive Garden the night before.
Yeah.
And we didn't go to Olive Garden last week, so...
God,
where
guys,
were you?
Fuck, Olive Garden, man. Wasn't it a Homestuck guy meme that Olive Garden was the worst?
Hussey hates Olive Garden with a passion, and I mean, he's right. He's completely right.
We gotta talk about Olive Garden, because
guys, we need to talk about Olive Garden.
Fucking Hope and her mom like to go to Olive Garden, and like...
Okay, let me explain why that is. It is because my mom has extremely basic tastes, but I love my mom.
Yeah.
And I know that I can't take my mom to restaurants I would go to with Victor.
Good restaurants,
So I compromise my personal integrity in order to spend time with my mom.
Okay, I'm glad you're putting it that way, because I feel like we've never talked about Olive Garden beforehand without your mom being there.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So places I would not normally go to, such as like chain places, Chili's, Olive Garden, Panera, stuff like that, I will go to with my mom because she enjoys it, and I just want to hang out with her, and also I get free food.
But to Victor, it was like... We'd only talked about Olive Garden in front of your mom, you know?
Correct.
And you're not going to badmouth Olive Garden
I'm not going to shit on Olive Garden in front
of your
mom. Because your
mom cannot take criticism of anything she likes.
Nope.
She cannot at all.
She can't. It's true.
And she's not good at arguing.
She's really bad at arguing. Infuriatingly
she doesn't know
bad at
that
arguing.
She's bad at arguing. But Victor is extremely good at arguing because he comes from a house where he lived with Conrad and my mom, who will not give up ever and will run you into the ground.
We will never surrender.
I'm pretty good at arguing. And there's a lot of moments where I can fucking, I can argue with your mom and I let it go every time. Because,
I appreciate that. Because it's not a fight worth fighting.
It's not worth fighting.
I gave up on that many years ago.
She's quite stubborn and values her own opinions
I certainly
a lot.
Get my stubbornness from my mom.
Yeah. So, Hope wouldn't have said that Olive Garden sucked in front of her mom. Because her mom loves Olive Garden. Yes. So, I'm thinking, if Hope will eat Olive Garden, it can't be bad, you know? She seems to like it with her mom. So Olive Garden must be okay. And they go and they get the soup and the salad. And it's super cheap. I didn't even get this one on my last guy.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Sweet. But anyway, so I'm thinking Olive Garden must be okay. And then we go to Olive Garden. And I'm excited about it. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm part of this tradition now. I'm going to Olive Garden. And it's supposed to be super cheap. Because they get the unlimited soup and salad and the breadsticks. And I'm like, that sounds great. And they're like, oh yeah, we're getting the chorizo soup or whatever the fuck.
It's the Zuppa Toscana.
Zuppa Toscana.
May is going to eviscerate us for going to Olive Garden.
Oh god.
If she hears
Did she complain about Olive Garden?
She's a real Italian. She's going to fucking destroy us.
That's,
Sorry.
That's grouping her in with
Italian is not my forte.
Italian stereotype of Italians caring about Italian food.
But she does. She's verbalized that she cares about Italian food.
Well, I guess that. I'm sorry, May. We went to Olive Garden.
Sorry.
I didn't fucking know exactly what I was getting myself into.
I do it because I love my mom.
I thought at least the breadsticks would be okay. Because you guys made it sound like the breadsticks were, really good. And, oh, you go for limited breadsticks. I'm like, yeah, at least I'll get unlimited breadsticks. That's what I wanted, I just wanted a cheap meal. But we went to Olive Garden, and it sucks. It's not worth the low price that you pay for it. It's awful.
Really not.
The soup is super watery. It has no flavor to it at all.
Yeah.
And it's okay, it's got meat in it, and I like meat. So, like, unlimited meat is okay, but you fill up on the disgusting broth. The tasteless broth. And the salad, and the dressing for the salad is just like, it's just like pure vinegar or something.
It's really strong Italian dressing, and I mean, I grew up basically eating nothing but Italian dressing on anything that needed dressing, so for me, it's not a problem. But I can see how a normal human would not enjoy that.
Like, I used to really like balsamic vinaigrette when I was a kid, but I can't handle that shit anymore in large quantities, and, like, it's drenched in it.
It's drenched,
and
absolutely.
It's just not good.
Yeah.
And your mom's, like, wolfing it down, you know, she likes the soup and the breads, she likes everything, and I'm just like, this sucks. This tastes like total shit. I can't really say that to your mom. Because, like, I was ragging on it a little bit, calling it like, oh, you know, it's the Walmart of food.
Of, Italian.
Yeah, it's the Walmart of Italian. And then, like, I had to clarify, you know, because there is a value to being able to get full for cheap as fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if that's your mission, then it's fine. And, like, when I walked out of there, I felt okay. But then it made me feel sleepy and horrible and, like, just awful for the entire rest of the night. And that's where it became not worth it anymore. Like, taste-wise, it was like, okay, well, this is the cheapest possible way you could get full, so it's okay, you know? Like, I don't mind at that point. And so I was like, this is the Walmart of food because it sucks. Nobody wants it, but it's cheap. And so, like, you're gonna go anyways, you know? Like, I'd go back because it's so affordable and I'm a broke boy. But no one would go to Walmart if they could go to Whole Foods. Like, if you could afford to go to Whole Foods, why would you go to Walmart, you know? Why would you go to Olive Garden if you could afford real Italian food? There'd be no purpose. So in that way, it is like the Walmart of Italian food. I couldn't explain that fully.
Yeah,
because I immediately realized how offended your mom was, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. Yeah. She can't, like, enjoy something while being critical of it at the same time.
Correct.
Or really, you know, she's not critically minded
She's a very black and white, love it or hate it kind of person.
Yeah. But then, like, I felt so bad afterwards that I was just fucking done. How did I end up on this tirade? You were actually bringing up an actual topic, weren't you?
Oh
yeah, where I was.
That being said, don't go to Olive Garden. Only
ever
go to Olive Garden if your parents like Olive Garden and you love your parents and you just want to make them happy.
And if you're just unbearably poor, like, God.
The cheesecake was alright, though. I mean, it was just a cheesecake you could order from a fucking food supplier, but it was pretty good. But yeah,
I'm gonna get the
and
fuck
then
out of
you
here.
suffered the complete rest of the night from the Olive Garden.
It made me feel bad, very bad, in a strange way. Just made me feel sleepy and also bloated.
Sleepy and bloated, a good
those
combination.
Breadsticks, man. They put something in those breadsticks to fuck you.
There's ketamine in the breadsticks. Anyway.
And those breadsticks, it's the second that they stop being, like, hot, they're
gross.
Just awful. God, they're awful.
Yeah, they're really bad once they're not fresh.
Okay, finally in the city. Cool.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
but no, that is not what was different about our routine last week.
Yes, it is not.
So what was different about our routine
last
week?
So what? So your topic is making me talk about my trip?
No. Okay. You shitty bitch.
I love you.
I love you too. Ah, you're itchy.
I gave her a faggot kiss.
Faggot roost.
Oh no, it was masculine because I kissed you, but it hurt at the same time because I have a stubble. That's what a man does. He can do faggot things like give girls kisses, but if he scrapes her while he does it.
If he scrapes the flesh off your cheek, it's manly.
It's manly. It's masculine.
Oh.
This is what a men do. Mario looked like an emo girl for a second
that
there.
was very strange.
With her hair flip.
Oh shit,
it's Bowser!
Mario looking so serious with this dumb caveman hair. I can't handle it.
The Bowser ship is dope.
Indeed. So, anyway, before you had to be a little shitty bitch.
Yeah, okay.
What was different about last week?
Okay. Last week, it is last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
When did I come back?
You came back on Friday.
Came back on Friday. So last week was my dad's birthday.
Yes.
So all he wanted to do was go on a hiking trip, like a camping trip. Should I just tell the entire story?
You don't have to tell the
this?
entire story. Just set up the.
Okay.
Explain what was different.
Okay.
Well,
Well, then,
leads
like, I
into-
might as well tell the whole story.
Okay,
Like,
well
if
then
there
tell
is
your
a
story, and then it leads into what I want to talk about.
Okay, so how do I tell my story now? There was a lot. There was a lot that happened.
There was a lot that happened.
So like, I had a lot to talk about. I'm glad you reminded me of that because that I was thinking
You
while we were
have a lot
camping
to
that I
say
had a
about
lot
that,
to say
don't you?
about the camping trip. So
Okay,
all right,
before you get too deep into it,
okay.
this fight. Wait until. Okay, yeah. Peach. First of all, Peach
She is fucking cute.
the
as
cutest shit in the entire
fuck.
universe. But what's even better is this fucking hairstyle
Yes.
on Bowser.
Bowser's
I
fucking hair
love
flip.
I fucking love it. It's adorable. It's the cutest thing they could have done with Bowser. It makes him so charming for some reason. I don't know why.
Is it because he looks like My Chemical Romance or something?
No, God. It's just really.
It reminds you of
it's
all
not like-
your emo bands.
It's
from
not
high
like
school.
attractive. It's like just like looking at a puppy. It's like
Yes.
it's so cute.
It's
Look
funny.
at it. It's so cute. It's a little swoosh. It's so cute. I love it.
He's trying a lot harder than Mario.
I've,
Look, Mario looks like a fucking idiot barbarian. At least Bowser's trying to fucking get Peach. He's at least improving himself.
He's
putting on a
improving
nice fucking
himself.
suit and stuff.
Who's the
Bowser's
real villain,
working
guys?
on himself.
Who's the real fucking villain here?
I almost believe that Mario is the bad guy in this game.
It's
It
so
has more
close.
of that blurred lines where it's like, you know, Peach isn't resisting that hard to Bowser.
Bowser's putting in a real effort.
Yeah, Bowser's
Do you
putting
see
in a real
Mario putting
effort.
in that kind of fucking effort? I don't.
He's at least trying to marry Peach and not like just raping her. And then in the end,
He's a
they're
boy
kind
with
of, like-
morals. Okay.
The end of this game is perfect. We'll talk about the end of the game when we get to the end.
Yeah,
but it's kind of hilarious. The way they react to beating Bowser in the end.
God,
What fuck?
it's just he's not even a threat. It's just cute. It's just adorable. Look at him. It's so
Oh.
cute.
Got him. Little bitch.
Got him. But I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't try to abduct Princess Peach if she was always that cute.
I would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We could fuck her together, hope. Threesome.
Wow. That's not Nintendo friendly.
But would you? would that be an exception?
That's not Nintendo friendly. We're gonna get demonetized. Nintendo's not gonna
okay.
get any money.
It's okay. I don't have to do anything. I just want to watch the two of you.
We're the pure channel.
I don't want to make you jealous.
We're the
so-
pure channel.
But you know, seeing you and her. Would,
Now you
yeah.
guys know what kind of shit Victor's
That's
into.
Victor's fetish.
Victor just really likes girls.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not a lie.
Not a lie.
It's not a lie.
I like to see women more than I like to see men. I don't want to be a woman.
You're not genderqueer.
I might as well get that out of the way. Fucking response to Conrad's. People, you know, I don't think people were necessarily mad at me.
They weren't. I don't think
but,
they were.
Yeah.
I think they understood that you were trying to defend the
Yeah.
taking the term seriously rather than trivializing it, but they also had their own valid opinions, being like actual trans people.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know, I don't have anything to say.
I mean,
you know?
shit, if it doesn't bother y'all, then sure. As long as it doesn't bother the actual people who the term
Yeah.
affects, I really don't give a shit.
I guess it's because, to me, like, when you refer to someone in terms like that, then you're also kind of implying a struggle that they go through.
But
and
I mean,
like,
I guess.
so it's like, to me,
But-
Conrad doesn't seem like he's gone through the same struggle that like your average trans person has. So like,
But I mean, we
I
did
don't know,
have
but then they
that one
don't care.
commenter who made the
yeah.
point of like, as long as he's not pretending that he's gone through this big struggle or he's like some big
Yeah.
voice for the genderqueer community, then it doesn't bother them.
yeah.
So like, if you don't care, then cool, whatever. It's all
And
good.
I was like, yeah, well, you know, he did also seem like he had some pretty like I forgot some of the deeper stuff where like he likes to like literally pretend he is a girl during sex and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I guess it feels a little gender fluid, you know? How else would you describe that?
Yeah, exactly.
So, well, yeah, I'm sorry.
I think
it's whatever.
I think
I'll stop being contrarian.
We learned a little bit.
I'll let Conrad have his gender fluidity.
I feel like reading those comments enlightened me a little bit, and I was able to change my perception.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Whoa.
So thank you for the enlightening comment, our transgender audience.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's the other. The other
Don't
hilarious.
get into that yet.
Okay.
Because we'll completely. Unless
All
you
right.
want to do that now and put the other topic on hold.
Well, I assumed my camping trip was going to take up the rest of the episode, and then we'd have to have your topic on the next episode.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Because
probably
it's-
true.
Yeah, so that's why I was just kind of like delving into random
Alright,
things.
well, go ahead. Go ham then.
Anyways. Go ham on what? The trans
transgender?
stuff? Okay.
Yeah,
So-
since we're there, let's talk about it.
Yes, I mean, there's not much to say beyond
Yeah, it'll be
just a
quick.
meme.
Ish.
But, like, I had a funny meme realization, not necessarily saying that this is true, but it's a funny thought, which is that the reason, because, you know, when the DigiMA stuff started, it seemed like we all of a sudden had a 7% female audience as opposed to, like, we used to have a lower percent than that. And it was like, huh, where did all these girls come from? Why did we suddenly have a bigger female audience? Oh, goddamn, he disappeared. But then I realized my theory now is that we don't have a bigger female audience than before. Our male audience became our female audience.
How
Because
so, Victor?
we had so many transgender commenters that I'm like, wait a minute. What if we have the same number of viewers as before? It's just a bunch of the guys transitioned into girls, and now they're girls. So, like, 5% of our male audience transitioned into being female. Just a meme, just
no
a thought.
girls on the internet.
But I thought the idea was pretty funny. I hope other people find it funny, too.
It's pretty good. It's
Because
pretty
we do
good.
seem to have a pretty decent transgender audience, which is cool.
You are right.
It's very cool. I just wonder, to those trans people out there, did you go through on stuff like YouTube, like if you were labeled on the platform as a male before, have you now gone
Did you
and
change your
changed that to
demographic?
female? Or did you not even think about it and it still says male, you know? Or did you just have female in the first place? That's a
good
interesting
point,
little
too,
thought,
yeah.
you know? Do you go and change your gender, like, clarification on all of the different, like, profiles you
medias
have?
and
Yeah.
things.
Or do you say, it doesn't fucking matter? Because, like, what does it matter what your YouTube thinks you are, you know?
Which your YouTube thinks you are.
I don't know. But then I guess they suggest you things based on gender.
That's also very true. You get different advertisements depending
Yeah.
on your gender.
So maybe you want the female ads.
Got
I
him.
As am I delving? Am I Larry Daviding now, where I'm asking things that are like too retarded and specific? Or now I'm wondering, like, as a trans woman, do you want to see advertisements for men or women?
I did wonder if perhaps, do you immediately go in and change your YouTube gender status, or
Yeah.
do you leave it be? What do you do? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's an interesting thought.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, there are certain platforms where, like, I'm sure at some point, me, and probably even more Conrad, you probably just click female as a meme and just go, who cares? Because it never comes up again, you know? Like, beyond the platform labeling you. Anyway, I don't want to keep getting into that before I end up, like, pissing off some people or something. in my random curiosities of completely unimportant shit.
You're just an inquisitive boy.
Yes, inquisitive in the most retarded sense of the word. Anywho, I went camping with my family.
Right.
So this was me, my mom, my dad, and Shade, and then the this couple that my mom and dad hang out with. They're a little younger than them. The guy's like 45. The girl seems like she's in her 30s-ish. But, they're people. They had the Game of Thrones. We've talked about the Game of Thrones wedding on here before. Where the guy, their wedding was Game of Thrones themed, and then the guy's dad died during the wedding. And it was like, oh no, why'd you have a Game of Thrones themed wedding?
Oh, that's awkward.
Ah! This is the worst outfit you could possibly make in this game. This is it. It's the worst one. You look like a fucking turd. It's awful.
You look like a fucking turd.
Alright, let's get, swagger. Swag. I turn my swag on. Yeah, so we go camping.
Right.
Wasn't the best trip. I had to drive down with shade. The first day it was just pouring rain. So instead of camping, we just went to those guys' house in North Carolina, and just
Bless you.
I'm sorry. Did I just sneeze all over you? Oh shit.
You felt the enthusiasm of my bless you diminish, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oops. You fucking murdered him.
I did.
Bye. And then you murdered yourself.
Anywho, so the first day it rains us in, and we end up first sitting around being bored, and then we played a giant game of Risk. Which is actually it was a lot of fun at first, but there's a fundamental problem with playing Risk the normal way.
It goes on too long.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Because there's two ways to play Risk. There's the easy way where all you do is like conquer each other's territories, and it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And then there's the more tactical way where it has like all kinds of different ways to play, and you get like currency, and you have to do like missions and stuff. And that seems like the more interesting way to play Risk, but no one ever wants to learn the rules of it, and no one knows how to play it.
Yeah.
So like, it already took too long to establish the rules of normal Risk, even though it's pretty simple. So like, no one's ever gonna take the time to learn the more interesting way.
Rules.
Yeah, the fancy way. And so we learn over the course of playing Risk that like I was winning the whole time. Like I got in a pretty good lead. Like I flew under the radar, took over a bunch of territories, and was like pretty much winning consistently the whole way. And we get to a point in the game where like it's going on and on and on because no one wants to concede, you know? Like the way the game is supposed to work on that mode is that you have a card in the deck that just ends the game, and then whoever has the most territories at the end of the game wins the game.
Yeah.
And so we get there pretty fast, and like everyone still kind of wants to play, and like I would have won at that point, and I'm just like, well, I don't care. Like let's keep playing the game, and you know, you want to play until someone wins. You know, you want someone to be like, oh yeah, I conquered the whole board and I win, and that you know, that would be the fun way to end the game.
Yeah.
As we continue to play for hours and hours.
I can't.
It suddenly dawns on me at some point, because my army gets fucking huge, and I'm like, I'm unstoppable, you know? Like, I'm gonna win this game no matter what. I've only taken over, like, a fourth of the map, because I consolidated that fourth of the map extremely well, and then I played my cards right so that I'm, like, replenishing an insane amount of troops every turn, because I have, like, 4 territories taken over and stuff. And so, like, there's no way anyone could beat me at this point. But the problem is that everyone ends up getting to the point where they have an army, like their armies on each space are so big that you couldn't possibly beat them in one turn. But the way the game works, like, it's hard to explain this now. But you can only attack territories if you're touching them. And so there's certain spots where you can only...
Get that one?
Which one?
The one on top of the tree?
No. Cool. So the way the game works, you can only attack territories.
It was driving me crazy that you were walking past it.
I'm sorry. Okay. I could tell you're frustrated. I'm like, are you bored with my story or what?
No, I just really wanted you to get that moon.
Okay. Anyways. So you can only attack a territory at max from 3 different angles from the way the board is structured. And so there's some places you can only attack from 2 different angles, and some places where you can only attack from 1 angle. And when you're attacking, the person defending can choose to only have one of their guys defend against your attack. So at most you can kill one of their troops on this space. And you can have like as many troops on a space as you want. So you can have like 7 troops on a spot. And then the attacker can only attack from 3 different angles max. And so... And then you still have to roll dice to win that attack. Or you could end up losing that attack. So at most, if you're extremely lucky, you can kill 3 guys. If you have a guy on 3 adjacent spaces and you attack with all 3 of those guys. Like, then you can take 3 away. But every turn, the minimum amount of troops that you can replenish, like everyone will get 3 troops per turn to put on any spaces they want. So if you got it down to where you were controlling the entire board except for 1 space, it is completely mathematically impossible for you to take that final space. Because you can't attack fast enough to beat their replenishment of troops. Unless you played to the game to the very ending point of no one having any more troops to put on any spaces, but that literally takes for fucking an eternity. So like there literally is no way to beat the game. There is no way to win unless you just end the game arbitrarily. So like we keep playing and playing and playing, and like I'm getting the feeling like at least the girl of the other couple is pretty competitive and doesn't want to like lose, you know? Like doesn't want to give up. And we keep going and going and going, and then at some point we finally form like alliances where it's 3-on-3, you know, because we had 6 players, and we're just like, fuck it. The only way we're gonna win is if we form an alliance to crush everyone else because we're the winning team. And so like we do that, and then I keep going, and I'm just like, there's no possible way to win this game. So we play it till like 12:30 to 1 in the morning. In this impossible risk game that's never ending, and at some point my dad is just like, I'm tired. I don't stay up this late. I have to go to bed. Victor wins. Give it to him. So like it would have been a pretty fun time. God damn, I'm fucking... Whenever I get on a rant, I cannot do the jumping controls at all.
Yeah, seems like a struggle.
But yeah, so it was a game of Risk that was at first a lot of fun, but then became a nightmare as it never finished. And what made it really fun is that my dad is terrible at Risk. And, like, does not think tactically at all. It is, like, pretty incompetent. So that made it, like, super funny for everyone. But anyways, that was day 1.
I can't handle games that go hours like that. I will literally lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, I mean, that one was okay because the turns are short, you know? Like, it's not like Arkham Horror where everyone's turn is fucking long as shit. And it just goes on and on and on and on. And because I was winning. I imagine if I was losing, I probably wouldn't have been having any fun at all. But the fact that I was winning made it more enjoyable. And because my dad was so funny. Like, there were memes to be had. And the fact that there's dice rolls and luck going on means you have some nice funny moments where it's like, oh, you think you're doing a big attack and oh, you lost and now you lose, guys, because you lost the dice roll. Ha ha, that was funny. So, you know, it had its moments. But, yeah, it can't end. But, that was day 1 of 3 days! This episode's probably over. I don't need it to go on too long. Check the time. This might be a multiple episode spanning topic here.
It's probably been about 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Alright. We'll save the rest of the story, and then it'll be an easier transition into your topic if I finish the story.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I gotta pee.
Okay, Hope's gotta pee.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Hope's gonna go pee. I'm gonna trail out and end the episode. Game Grumps trails out when they end the episode, except they put, like, annotations on the screen, but that's too much work. Fuck that. I'm not gonna hire an editor to do that.